So just stopping at a railroad crossing on the way to the Barabar Gufa. I've just gotten the driver to just pull over real quick. Hopefully he's not going to drive off with all my shit. I can't believe how big these boulders are, man. He said, I'm the first Australian. My worst enemy has appeared. Stairs. Ha ha ha. Bye. Can you open? This is bananas, man. This is crazy. It's not all granite. It's actually basalt in here. Bihar Sundar hai, the best.
Bihar is a very good.
There's a couple of monks that are doing what they've got to do. The acoustic resonance that exists in these caves is something unlike I've ever experienced before. All right, so the train's arrived. This is the Vande Bharat Express. All right, so I made a judgment of error, and the judgment of error that I made The judgment of error that I made is that my train to Benares is actually tomorrow and not today. And I misread my ticket. So just stopping at a railroad crossing on the way to the Barabar Gufa. Getting some chai. Everyone's staring at me because they're like, Gora. Salut. Oh, that's strong fucking chai, man. It's not in the cleanest of glasses, but it's blistering hot, so I'm not really concerned about the bacteria. But yeah, it's 7 in the morning. We're still about 25 minutes out. So yeah, we'll be there shortly. We're almost there, guys. We're almost at the Barabar Gufa. We made very good time. The driver is excellent. He drove incredibly quickly down the highway. But yeah, the scenery around this area is absolutely gorgeous. We're completely surrounded by mountains on that side, and then over on this side. I think we're trying to find our way to where the actual Gufa is, but I'm pretty sure it's down this road. So yeah, we'll be there shortly. I've just gotten the driver to just pull over real quick. Hopefully he's not going to drive off with all my shit. No, I'm joking. He's not. He's a very chill dude. But thought I'd just quickly show you guys this mountain line. It's all granite. I don't know how well the video footage is going to be, but this is all monster strewn boulders that are just completely littered down the side of this mountain, almost like something would have had to hit them and break them up into these varying, you know, in this variation of pieces. The photos and the video are not going to do it justice. I'm being completely honest with you guys, but from where I'm standing, this is an incredible view, and it's Sundarhe. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's so alien in many respects to see this. But yeah, this whole mountainside is just exposed granite. Man, very cool, very cool. I got the driver to pull over one more time. Guys, I'm literally amongst like the boulders. These are massive, man. This is all granite. These are huge. These are enormous blocks. Well, not blocks, but you know what I mean. They're incredibly large. I can't believe how big these boulders are, man. And they've just like, it's almost like a tsunami just brought them over the hill and they just became rubble. But they're enormous. They are so big. I'm actually baffled at how big they are, man. Like, I can't begin to describe. Like this block alone is probably in the ballpark of, you know, maybe 15 tons, probably more. But they're all here. They're all just strewn around. It's incredible, man. Namaskar.
गुफा आगे है.
Barabar Gufa.
आगे पड़ती है.
लेफ्ट से जाना पड़ेगा. लेफ्ट बायां वाला से जाना पड़ेगा.
हाँ हाँ बायां में प्रवेश है.
ठीक है.
परिक्रमा मार्ग है.
क्या बोले हैं?
ये परिक्रमा मार्ग बना हुआ है बाबा भोलेनाथ की कृपा से गुफा में. उल्टा परिक्रमा शिव जी का ही हो रहा है.
उल्टा हो रहा है. चलिए धन
धन्यवाद thank you brother.
I'm not sure what he asked, but that's all right. Man, I'll be honest, I'd live out here, bro. I would literally just to walk out here every single morning and see this, I would be a very, very happy lurker, a very happy man, or a very happy boy. All right, so we're here. There's a little town out the front that we've just had to walk through. And yeah, we're gonna start making our way up to the caves. There's a Shiva Mandir as well, so probably check that out. But yeah, this is the road to the Barabar Gufa. So yeah, one of the guys is a guide there. His name's Rakesh. He's showing me a few YouTubers, some which I am aware of that have been to this place. But he said I'm the first Australian, which is fantastic. So yeah, looking forward to it, man. I'm really keen. Oh no, my worst enemy has appeared. The enemy that I dread. The one thing that I am sworn to destroy every single time I come into interaction with it. And that is stairs. Oh, I wasn't prepared for stairs.
Come to?
Yeah, but the door's closed.
Close.
Well, they're sitting there.
The board is in a second.
Kya?
Board is. Board.
No, I'm gonna go in. I don't care if it's closed. I want to go in. I'm gonna open in a sec. I'm just gonna wait. If I get in trouble, I get in trouble. Wow. You can see the excavation, the digging that has taken place. Wow. It looks like it's like melted. Wow. Bhai, can you open? Can you open?
चाबी नहीं मेरे पास.
नहीं lock.
लॉक है.
How do we get it unlocked? Who do I have to speak to? Who do I need to follow to get unlocked?
खोलता वहाँ पे आदमी है खोलने वाला.
Bhai, can you?
ये नहीं है दूसरा कोई है खोलता है.
Can you tell his name's Roshan?
खुलता है.
They're locked.
खोलता है लॉक है.
खोलने वाला कहाँ है?
रहते हैं आगे.
वो मंदिर तरफ.
All right. We've gotten the permission. The uncle, the kaka, is going to open up the gufa for us. And
कंटिन्यू.
क्या बोला है?
कहाँ से आ रहे हैं?
Australia. हाँ.
कल भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया कहाँ थे? लगा है कि बात क्यों?
So all I had to do was shake his hand and shine a respect to your elders, touching his feet, and he was more than happy to open up the gate for me. And then when I said I'm from Australia, he had a big smile on his face. All right, so we're gonna go inside. I'm gonna take my cap off because I'm starting to sweat. But yeah, fantastic. I can just hear the reverberation, the echo. Wow. Okay.
गुरुजी अशोका शिलालेख.
अच्छा, ब्राह्मी.
हाँ ये ब्राह्मी जो लिखा हुआ लजीना माने राजा के नाम ही प्रियदर्शी. प्रियदर्शी कहते थे अशोक का. लजीना कहते थे राजा का.
अच्छा.
यहाँ लिपि ब्राह्मी लैंग्वेज पाली जो लिखा हुआ बुद्धि मूल.
This is Pali.
पाली बुद्धि मूल.
That's Pali and this is Brahmi. ठीक है.
ये गुरुजी क्लेश कांता.
अच्छा.
लिपि ब्राह्मी लैंग्वेज पाली.
अच्छा.
आई.
This is bananas, man. This is crazy. I know it's incredibly dark, so I apologize, but you can just see how shiny the granite is. And it almost looks like, I'll be honest, I'm going to be a bit quiet because there's a lot of echo in here. But it looks like there's almost like some sort of layer that's actually on the granite. but it's probably just incredibly smooth. But yeah, wow, man. The reverberation in here is incredible. I don't know what it's going to sound like on the final cut, but it's incredible. This is bananas, man. All right, so we've just finished in the first gufa. I'll just quickly show you guys the actual precision cutting that runs along right into this corner of the entrance is absolutely perfect, man. It's sundar hai. It's something else. Yeah, so you can see the doorway essentially, that when this was rediscovered, there was actually a big piece of granite that covered the doorway. So this was intentionally covered up. So we don't even know how for long. We don't know for how long, but we know that there's Brahmi and Pali script from the reign of Ashoka.
Okay, Baba.
That's within, just on the outer sections, but it's actually cut into the granite, which is quite interesting. But it's very rudimentary. It's obviously taken a lot of work to get done. But yeah, I'm absolutely bewildered by the sheer majesty of this place, man. It's simple, and I understand it's, you know, might seem a bit strange for some people, but the reverberation in there is incredible.
241 we see. 41. This Loma Sisi Gufa.
Loma Sifi Gufa.
This elephant, this stupa, this crocodile, this Buddha design.
Achha.
This Ajanta, Lora, Maharashtra.
Huh.
World first mine. Yeah. Nikasi.
Wow.
आइए ना.
So you can see along the entrance the bandings that you see at all the other gufas that I've shown you on my previous footage. You can see the stupas, you can see the elephants that litter around the entrance. You can see a hole that's punched in, and it looks like there may have indeed been rock. I'll wait till he's done. If you look at how straight the entrance is that runs all the way, and how straight and flush it is to the actual wall of the outer gufa, this was probably covered up as well. So there would have been another piece that likely would have plugged right on top, so it would have been flush and it would have been covered up, much like at the other gufa. So that's, I'm absolutely baffled, man. I'm absolutely bewildered by this. So we're just coming into the second cave now, the main gufa, and you can see the ground where the chiseling has commenced, and obviously at a later stage has stopped. But you can obviously see the ceiling as well is littered with the downward chisel marks that resemble the same chisel marks that you see at the other gufas. Admittedly, this is the one that's made out of granite, as opposed to the other gufas that are made out of basalt. Wow. You can see the level of dedication that went into carving this out. And there's some sort of glue, some sort of resin. I mean, that could have come afterwards. I'm not too sure. I'll find out, but it probably did. I think they've tried to do some sort of repair work here. But yeah, man, this is absolutely incredible. All right. There's not as much echo in here, but I'll give you guys a bit of a demonstration. So not the entirety of the Barabar Caves is granite, funnily enough, And it's interesting where the shifting sort of begins. You can see in this room, this is actually basalt. It's no longer granite in this room, which is quite interesting. It's throwing me off a little bit because maybe, I don't know, man, it's definitely granite for the majority of this massive block, this massive boulder that the caves, the gufas are built out of. But in this room specifically, it's not all granite. It's actually basalt in here. Unless it is granite and they've used some sort of coating to actually allow the chiseling to commence. My brain's going one way and another way right now. But yeah, I'll take some photos and we'll move on. So this is incredible, man. We're absolutely blessed to be here. All right, I've met some beautiful gentlemen. We've got Omkarnath and Ranjit Kumar. And we've exchanged numbers. They've followed me on, or they're going to follow me.
Very good man. This bhaiya is the very good man.
They're great gentlemen. As I've said, as I've said in my time in Patna, the people of Bihar are very, very friendly. Bihar Sundar hai, the best.
Bihar is a very good. Proud of Bihar and Indian.
That's it. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai. No. Jai Shri Ram, no. Jai Siya Ram.
Jai Siya Ram.
Siya Ram.
ठीक है, okay.
Radhe.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Siya Ram.
Jai Shri Ram. Har Mahadev. It's kind of hard. ठीक है. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around when you think about the sheer volume of granite that had to be removed from these places. And obviously, you know, there would have been a block here, a block there that, you know, is against the main facade of the Vihara. I can even hear my echoes just resonating there, even though I'm not in the room. But yeah, this is an incredible place, guys. Yeah, anyway, I guess moving on. All right, so we're coming into the final cave. As I showed you guys before, or maybe I didn't show you before if I cut this out of the footage, on this facade of the granite, next to the gufa, you can see these carvings that have obviously not been completed, or they've been destroyed, or they've just eroded away. And as I look closer, it looks like it's just natural erosion. But this may have indeed been not Buddha. This might have actually been like Shiva or something like that. But whatever the case may be, it is incredibly difficult to cut granite. Granite is 9 out of 10 on the Mohs scale. So yeah, we're gonna head in. You can still see. ठीक है.
This लिखा हुआ लजीना मन राजा के नाम प्रियदर्शी.
हाँ.
This लिपि ब्राह्मी लैंग्वेज पाली. This बुद्धि मूल. यहाँ this विकट तुम्ही.
अच्छा.
इसको वर्ल्ड में पढ़ाई नहीं है. शंखा लिपि.
That's Shankalpi.
शंखा लिपि. जो राजगीर में.
I see at
No.
Mera have seen at Udayagiri Gufa in Madhya Pradesh. So this is another case of Shankapuli, which is an undeciphered language. So there's only 2 indeciphered languages, as far as I'm aware, that exist within India. One is the Harappan script, and then the other is the Shankapuli, which is fascinating that this is even here. There's a couple of monks that are doing what they've got to do, but the sound is reverberating incredibly hard in this room. See this faint line that runs across the wall. You can see okay, so we've been inside and it is an incredible place. It is surreal. It has such I'm actually lost for words, guys. The acoustic resonance that exists in these caves is something unlike I've ever experienced before. And I've had the blessing to actually experience a level of that power in some of the gufas, like the Baja Gufa or the Baji Gufa, the Aurangabad Gufas, just to name a few, or just to name two actually, but you know, if you've seen my footage then you'll understand. But yeah, this is an incredibly powerful place. There's obviously some Buddhist monks that come here that look like they're Nepalese, and Chinese would come here as well. I assume Japanese people would come here as well. There's a few very, very prominent places. But yeah, I'll take some photos and then I guess I'll head out. All right. Well, I guess this is the end of the Barabar Gufa footage. There's not really much more to show. If there is, I'll pop it into the video. But yeah, an incredible place amongst such raw and untamed scenery, with these massive, enormous boulders of granite that are just strewn across this valley. And it almost gives the idea that, I don't know, at least to me, that if you imagine this valley as being a place of cataclysmic proportions, that boulders were essentially transported to this region, maybe in a great deluge or a great flood, then I would think that people that wanted to retain some level of high technology may have indeed actually carved these caves or these viharas that exist within this massive piece of granite, and covering it up and lasting for thousands upon thousands of years, strewn amongst the valley of other strewn boulders. So it makes you wonder, what else is out here? Is there other massive boulders that exist in this region that are also hidden because their doors are sealed? Perhaps this one right here is actually rolled over and the door is actually in the ground, and the only way to access it is by digging down and then back up. But who knows? I would love to work on some projects out here one day, and I hope that time comes very, very soon. But if you've enjoyed this footage and you're happy that Fozzie actually came out to the Barabar Gufa, the Barabar Caves, the Barabar Viharas, then please give me a like, give me a share, a subscribe, tell your family and friends, because I would love to show them the majesty that is India. So I've got some pretty sad news, but I mean, it might turn around. I've actually lost my wallet, my purse. We just checked all the caves. We checked around the site. It's nowhere to be seen. There's a police station nearby, Kanna, so we're going to go check that out. I'll go to the police station and hopefully someone's turned my wallet in and it has, you know, 5,000 rupees in it and cash and my Aadhaar card and my banking cards and a special gift that was given to me that was tucked away in my wallet, and my SD card that has my footage on it. So yeah, I'm pretty upset. I'm on the verge of just breaking down and crying. So I've got amazing news, and it was a bit shocking, and the driver can attest to this, but I definitely brought my wallet up to the Gufa with me. I went up to the Gufa twice. We checked all the rooms. We checked out in the car park, it wasn't there. We came back to the car a second time, and the wallet, my wallet was literally sitting on the car seat perfectly. And we're just attributing it to Bhagwan. So yeah, I've got the wallet. I'm not lost in the middle of Bihar, and now I'm gonna get a litti. So this is the famous litti chokka of Bihar. You won't find this in Gujarat or Maharashtra or Madhya Pradesh. But this is essentially what they are. Tora. G. Dhanyavad. Oh wow. So it's essentially gram. Is it made out of gram? Nahi. Ingredients. What's it? But the litti. What's the litti made from? Gram flour? Sattu. Channa. Okay, so it's made out of channa. I think that's gram flour. But yeah, we'll give it a shot. Oh wow. Kaka. Swadisht. Wow. Oh my god. Oh man, tasty is an understatement. So it's served with aloo sabzi, which is essentially a potato gravy, a spiced potato gravy. And as you can see, wow man, this is mental. All right, I'll finish eating and we'll get back on the road. But yeah, Bhagwan looked after me today and put my wallet from the Barabar Gufa back into the car. I know you're not going to believe that, but in my personal experience of what I have experienced since being in Bharat, there has been a lot of mystic things that have happened, not just to me, but also around me. So yeah, I guess this will be the end of the Barabar Gufa footage. I'm still in a state of shock, to be completely honest with you. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this footage. And if you have enjoyed this footage, feel free to give me a subscribe, a share, a like, tell your friends, tell your wives, tell your husbands, tell your work colleagues, tell everyone. This dumb Gora lost his wallet in Barabar Gufa in Bihar, and Bhagwan looked after him and saved his wallet. So I guess that's the end of it. So from me to you, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And Jai Shri Ram.